What is up, y'all? We are back with another episode of Pushing Buttons. This is episode 23. Dos Tres, the best number for the best basketball player in the world.
Yes.
LeBron James. 2-3. This is episode 2-3. I am one half of the bromance B. And then right over here, we're going to switch it up today. We've got the very popular, very tech savvy, very Instagrammable Claudia.
What is up?
And then on the other side, we have the very beautiful, very lovely,
He switched it up
skin
today.
glowing,
Skin glowing?
microphone
Oh my God.
toting, my other brother from another mother, Keith.
What's going on, B?
How you like that? That was good, right?
Yeah.
That was good. And we make up Pushing Buttons. So we'll start off by saying that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your culo. And so, yeah, we're going to go around the room and see how everybody is doing. Something we didn't do last episode, I don't believe we did.
He skipped us.
I think we skipped the last episode, yeah, because, we had to get to the shits. Even then, we still ran out of time to talk. So we're going to go around the room, see how everybody is doing. We do have a very special guest sitting away from the camera right over there. It's Keith's very, very special significant other. And they're here joining us today, listening to us talk some shit. So we're going to go around the room, see how everybody's doing. So, Claudia, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
How was Thanksgiving for you?
It was good. A lot of eating. It was good. It was
Cool.
a good Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. She probably had us blocked, so we wouldn't be able to see that there was a party going on here.
Oh, really?
There's a Thanksgiving party going on.
She had a Friendsgiving without us?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why you didn't see no stories for like 6 days.
Oh, yeah. You don't even post.
I don't really post.
Right. It's okay, Claudia. Wink, wink. Keith, how you doing, man?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Just okay? How was Thanksgiving?
It was all right. Not family oriented kind of, but it was okay. I was with her, so it was fine.
Oh, that's great.
was
That's
good.
cute. That's cute. My Thanksgiving, Jesus fuck.
How?
I gotta go around. I told you, I explained to you guys that I have to go to 2.
All right. Yeah.
Why do you have to go to? You can't just say, we're going to my parents and that's it.
No, I can't. I can't lay the law down like
You
that.
don't?
No.
You don't got the hammer to do it?
No. You're gonna get the hammer put on me if I don't. So I went to my parents first. We hung out there the majority of the day. Hung out, ate, and then we left that. I was fucking full already because I had,
Like you said last
I had
time.
dinner and dessert. And so then I went back to my girl's parents, her dad's house, and then we ate there as well. Well, I ate there. She didn't eat anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I ate some lasagna and then had dessert there too. Yep. Sweet potato pie. I love sweet potato pie. But yeah, that's it, man. What'd you guys cook? Anything good?
I didn't cook at all.
Nothing? What'd you cook?
I didn't cook.
Oh, you just
I
chilled?
just went. Yes.
Oh, you went.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Keith gotta like that. All right.
Do I?
I mean, you were one of those people. I always wondered in the streets on Thanksgiving when you see like people walking around, chilling, hanging out. I was like, you're not doing nothing for Thanksgiving. Like you're not cooking. You're not doing anything. Like
You're just
half
waiting for
the
the
world is
food.
busy cooking and doing shit, and you're out here walking your dog. Like that was you. You are those people.
Probably.
Oh, okay. So what'd you eat?
We had turkey, stuffing, mash, mac and cheese.
You like turkey?
Yeah, I like turkey. You don't like turkey?
It's okay. I can do without it.
I like ham better, but
We had tacos at my place though.
I know.
Full on taco guy.
I went to Thanksgiving once.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
What? I've been
He
in your house
said
for
I went to
Thanksgiving
his
once.
Thanksgiving.
He has.
I have.
Yeah,
You had pozole?
I was here at home with Jade for majority of the day. We cooked Cuban rice con gris. We had
That's the
some
good
chicken. We had some plantains, salad, and then dessert. And then I went over to her parents' house and turkey, very, very traditional. I didn't really eat there because
You're not a turkey person?
I was still full from here. So I ate just a little bit. I think they had ham. The ham was really good. And then some mashed potato, and that was it for me.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. So, we're going to go into the shits. We're going to leave Thanksgiving the fuck alone. Leave it where it belongs. We're very Christmassy today, by the way. We're on our Christmas mode. The road to our break is what I'm going to call it.
We got 2 left.
So, beware, listeners. If you're listening, we'll be gone for 2 weeks. You heard it here first. So we're going to move right along. We're going to move into B's random thought of the week. And this week, it is going to center around, what should I center it around? Let's do, since we're on holidays, let's do bad holidays. Have you guys ever been to a Thanksgiving with a significant other that you didn't get along with?
No.
Never?
Mm-mm.
Never?
We've been to
A Thanksgiving or a Christmas or something that you didn't like get along with the folks that, or even just not even your relationship, maybe just
Family?
a Thanksgiving that you that you went to that you weren't a fan of, or a Christmas party that you weren't a fan of.
Yeah.
Like what's one of those? It's one of those worst. Explain which one.
For me, it was when so my uncle's ex-wife, she has a sister who lives here in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
They invited us over for Thanksgiving. Mind you, whenever we do Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna wait till 8 if the food is ready at 4. Like, I'm gonna eat when the food is ready, you know? So that's what we're used to. However, when we got there, we asked. We were like, okay, do you guys want us to bring anything, something to eat while we wait for the food? No. We got it. We got everything here. We get there, and there is like little chips, literally it looked like a little bag of chips on this bowl, and I was just there like, okay, well, I'm waiting for more. Like, what's going on? And so they were like, would you like something to drink? And I was like, okay, yeah, some water. Okay, I was like, we're gonna have anything else to eat? Like, hello,
Is there snacks here?
It was just, and we had just gotten there, and I believe it was like around 5 p.m. and they were still working on the turkey. The turkey wasn't even halfway done. They were still working on it.
Dang.
We ate at around 10 p.m. I was so pissed. Like,
What the fuck?
I don't know if this was rude or anything, but my parents were just kind of like, you know what? We're going to go to a corner store or like a gas station. Yeah. I got something to eat there. Like, I didn't eat their food because, and then on top of that, when the food was ready, it was nasty. It was not good.
Of course.
The only good thing was the lasagna. Other than that, everything else was trash. I was very disappointed.
Oh, man.
Very disappointed. Ever since, I'm like, I'm not going to anybody's Thanksgiving. And yesterday was the first time I went, and it was because of my girlfriend. And surprisingly, the food was good. It wasn't bad. I was like, okay.
Well, I've been to a couple bad ones.
Really?
Yeah. I've been to a couple bad ones. I went to one with somebody I was dating, and her family hated me.
Ooh.
So, yeah, they were racist. So, you know who you are. Someday you'll listen.
Do I know this person?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I went there, and they didn't like me, and they were racist assholes towards Mexicans. So, and then the whole time that I was just like, why am I even here? Like, this shit's trash. And then I've also gone to other ones where they cook too early. Like,
too early.
We knew somebody who like would start their like Thanksgiving dinner like at 2:00 or some shit like that to finish early to go Black Friday shopping.
Oh,
because now it's like on Thursday instead of Friday.
It's actually like
time.
Thursday.
Thursday afternoon. They've moved that shit like till the afternoon. So
might as well Thursday and Friday. Right?
Right. So people would be cooking like ridiculously.
They start Wednesday.
Early. They were like cooking.
They start the day before sometimes.
Yeah. But they were cooking like at 2:00 or some shit like that. And we were done by like 4 or 5. And then they were like, "Peace, we're out." Black Friday shopping. So that's probably some of the bad experiences I've had with Thanksgiving. You?
I haven't had any bad experiences.
No.
Going somewhere, I've been alone for Thanksgiving, probably.
Me too. Not alone.
That's about it.
I just
don't
didn't
know
do
if that
shit.
was bad. I just didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
That's all. I didn't.
I've had a
growing
few
up,
of those.
Thanksgiving was pretty good for me, though. So
Yeah. I haven't done too many of those lonely ones. I've had a couple of them though, for sure.
yeah, a couple by myself, but it's fine. I didn't care too much.
I haven't had any.
You have any by yourself?
No.
No. Okay.
Cause it's like, I ain't lonely, motherfucker. If I don't got somebody, I'll find somebody. All right, man, let's get off this shit. Cause we don't want to get in trouble with Claudia for being on this for too fucking long. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. And so we got some good ones lined up for you today. Of course, this was with the help of Keith. So, what?
Nah, go ahead.
What? Yeah. Keith is the list creator 9 times out of 10. Not 10 out of 10 because sometimes sometimes he forgets, but it's okay. Yeah, he's one job only, and sometimes he doesn't come through. But 9 times out of 10 is pretty good. So today we have racism within our own race. And I know we've gotten into this kind of before.
A
little bit. We dabbled in it a little bit in our earlier episodes. Now that we're a little bit more comfortable and we're not talking like we're little kids anymore into the microphone, we've grown up. We can talk about a little bit more in depth about racism within our own race. So I think we could start off with have any of us experienced racism in our respective cultures or races?
Yes, of course.
You have?
Well, I haven't done it. Like, you can see it. Like, I know that black people that don't like other white people and other races. Or I know black people that don't like other black people.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew that. What do you think the cause of that is? Why they don't like other black people?
Because they why do they not like other black people? I don't know. It's weird. Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they grew up a certain way and they look at you different, or you act a certain way and they say, "Why do you have to act like that?" Or why can't you be like polite or normal, or don't act black, basically.
And what is acting black?
Exactly. I don't know what acting black is. We don't know what that is.
No.
What is acting Mexican? What is that?
I guess listening to Mexican music.
That's
and
not acting.
soccer,
But I know you're Mexican, but you don't listen to Mexican music.
I don't.
So how's that acting Mexican?
That's true.
You don't like it.
I think, and I see that a lot in races, right? Like from my perspective, Mexican people haven't really embraced me in that culture, right? Mostly because, to be honest with you, I didn't really embrace the culture back of being Mexican. You get what I'm saying? To me, it's always been about you like what you like, you are who you are as a human being, and that's it, right? I don't really see all of that. I know it's cliche to say, but I don't see when I meet somebody, I'm not like, oh, I wonder if they're black, or I wonder if they're Mexican, or I wonder if I don't really see any of that. I kind of just see people, And so growing up, I liked what I liked. I wasn't very Mexican. Mm-hmm. You, Claudia?
I mean, I've gotten the whole, oh, you're Cuban? You don't act like a Cuban.
What is exactly?
What the fuck does a Cuban supposed to be looking like or acting like? You told me you're not Cuban, so why are you telling me? And it's even it could be the taste of music. Just out of those, and it's for me, I listen to so much Latin music, and I'm just because I'm listening to it when you're not around, you don't know me. Mm-hmm. Why are you telling me, or it's even the little comments of, come on, get that Cuban out. My Cuban doesn't leave.
Right? Where did it go?
And it's those comments that it's do you realize how stupid you're sounding right now? But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't pay attention to people.
Would you consider, okay, so let's dial back some, right? Obviously, we don't feel that way, right? Claudia doesn't feel that way. I don't feel that way. Keith doesn't feel that way. I think that's just us. Honestly, I feel like most people aren't like us, right? They're not going to think the way we do, obviously, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't think, I think there is certain stereotypes, right? Mm-hmm. That might apply. And I think people pick and choose when you're Mexican enough and when you're not Mexican enough, or where you're black enough and not black enough. Because obviously there's always situations, right? So you might not like something, but there's other parts of me that I really do like that are Mexican, part of the Mexican culture, right? I love Mexican food. I love Mexicans. I like going to Mexico. There are certain things about me that are, I would say, very much Mexican, right? But I think, again, people pick and choose what they want to take from you and say like, oh, like you're not this because you don't do this enough. I'm pretty sure Keith gets it a lot, I'm sure. Where they say you aren't black enough or you're not a jigger.
You want me to say it?
Right?
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Go ahead.
Right? So I think they say that a lot, right? And I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I see Keith and he's black to me. You know, like he looks black to me, right? You look of some type of Latina descent. I don't know what, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and then typically for me, like I don't ever get mistaken for Mexican, so that's even worse. Like, like I typically don't get Mexican. I get Middle Eastern or I get some other shit, right? I get everything but Mexican. So for me, it's been very common my entire life, you know. And I'm at this point, I'm just kind of like, well, fuck y'all, you know. Because even like when you go to like. I don't know how it is when you guys like. Well, Keith can't really speak too much on this, but you can probably speak on it if you've gone back.
I don't got a country. No, I'm joking.
I mean, unless you go to another state or something.
I'm joking.
Or Africa. I don't know. But then they're gonna get mad at me for saying that. You know what I'm saying? Africa. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah. When I go back to Mexico, like, those people look at me like I'm not Mexican. So, like, they automatically know you're not from there, right? Whether it be an accent, whether it be the way you're dressed, whether it be whatever it may be, you're just not Mexican.
They know you're not,
right? And I think a lot of people who have that, like who are from another country or are American, have that that issue with folks, right? Where you struggle with kind of like where do I fit in, right? Because your Mexican culture won't accept you for you being like you're American, technically in their eyes, and then you're like over here, the Mexicans don't think you're Mexican enough, so the American Mexicans don't think you're Mexican enough, and so I think I think for black people is more so being light skinned and being dark skinned, right? Like I think the light skinned person,
acting light skinned, that they can say something like that,
or the light skinned person sits there and it's like, well, what they're not accepted by the blacks because they're not black enough.
Well, you light skinned,
and then when they do black stuff, well, you know, like it plays the same ways, right? It plays both of the same ways. So I don't know. What were you gonna say?
For me, it's funny because, for instance, like my mom, I don't know, but at least in Cuba, at least in islands, we're a mixture of freaking everything. Like, right, we're white, native, and black. We're all just they're mixed. So my dad, you look at him and he's a black man. However, my mom is it's lighter. So for me, growing up from my dad's side, you know, I would always see like braids on women and like these beautiful hairstyles. And here I am, little Miss Light Skin, and they were like, no, your hair, and we cannot do that to your hair. And I'm like, well, I want you to. And there was a point where they did, and the braids were too like hard on me.
Oh, really?
And I started sobbing. I was like, I want them out because it hurt my scalp. And my mom is like, no, we paid for this. You're staying with them. So ever since then, and it's, for me, at least when I was in Cuba, not so much when I came here, it was a lot of a struggle of where do I fit in, because I was a part of two complete different families. And I was like, well, if I want to go see like my grandmother from my dad's side, I want to fit in with my cousins, you know? Whereas everyone was much darker than me. So I was always just there kind of like, and everybody's like, no, you can't do that to your hair because your hair is not, you know? And I'm like, my hair is this, whatever, like, let me be. Like, I just want that hairstyle. And then here, when I got to the United States, it was different because I didn't fit in with specifically the South American and like Central American culture, where they were kind of like, wait, where are you from? I'm like, Cuba. Never heard of it. And then, you know, getting into high school.
To be honest, you know, it's a little, you know. You want to see a little island? Look at Puerto Rico. Hey, DR is tiny.
It's tiny.
DR
like,
looks tiny on them. DR is split in half. So I know about tiny islands.
Yeah, it's tiny. And so it was just that, the fact that within the same Latino culture, I wasn't being accepted. And I think I went through that a lot in high school, where I think I mentioned this before. I tried to
Go to the
enter the
club,
Hispanic
yeah.
club. It was filled with Mexican individuals, and they said, "No, you're not going to come here and teach us anything about Cuba." And I was like, "Okay, then fuck all of you." So I went to the Filipino
So
club.
fuck Mexicans. I'm just kidding.
So I went to the Filipino club, and they embraced me and they allowed me to bring my culture into it, which was very interesting to me. I'm like, this is complete different culture. You know, I would have thought Latinos would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, something different. But
You think we're better off now doing that? Like, are we more inclusive or less inclusive? Or it's about the same?
we're still about the same.
Yeah?
This is about the same.
It's about
Yep.
the same.
Did you struggle with that, Keith?
With
Like, I don't know. Like, you went to schools where there was mostly white people, right?
yeah, most of the time.
How was, besides Roosevelt, right?
Yeah, besides Roosevelt.
What was that like? Did they treat you any different?
No,
No?
they didn't.
Did you feel any different?
I did not feel different. I felt it was better.
Why? Because you got white people shit. I got bowling alleys in that bitch.
No, it was just a better experience. It was more inclusive actually than, because the big city is actually not inclusive. The big cities are very segregated.
Yeah.
When you go out to like a small city, it's very inclusive because it's not that many people. You don't have that many people to separate. So when I get to Roosevelt, it's very segregated in a school. But when I was in Indiana and Michigan, I mean, it was just like
Isn't that
everybody
funny?
was included.
How that works? How you're in the
That's
city.
what I thought when I
in
was
the
growing up. I was
city?
like, it was different. Like, cause my brother and sister grew up, they went to black schools, so they only was around mostly black people. So they didn't grow up the way we did. Me and my brother did, and it's kind of different the way we look at
Isn't that funny
that
though?
school.
How that works? How like
Yeah.
you go to a school thinking that they're gonna be more racist or more
And they're not.
segregated,
Right.
And they're not.
and they're not. And then you go to a school that in the city
you
with
think
the insane amount of different like
Yeah,
people,
you
and
think
they're
it'd be inclusive, and it's not.
and they're all segregated because
very-
technically they were all segregated. When I got to my freshman year, I sat with a bunch of it was just black people. It was no Latinos. It was all black people. And then there was tables with just all Latinos, and there was tables with. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think I've ever really been welcomed by the Hispanic community. Honestly,
Really?
no. I don't know why. And then I grew up differently than most Hispanic kids, I think.
Why? Why is that? You grew up around.
Yeah, but I always mention my aunt / grandma. So she was a lot of an influence in my life, period, as to why I listen to like hip hop and why I listen to like more, I guess you would say,
Black music? No, I'm joking.
like just like or just more hip,
Yeah,
right?
just
More
more hip.
hip,
Yeah,
more
more
hip
hip.
shit, right? As opposed to listening to Mexican music. Like that's just for people who don't know, she was black, so my uncle married a black woman, and she took care of me a lot of the time. So a lot of the shit that I saw growing up was a lot of that black culture, right? So I saw a lot of that stuff. I grew up around it, and so to me, like it was normal. Again, I didn't see anything wrong with it. You start to see this stuff as you grow, right? As a
age.
person in
But you
age,
understand it more.
right. When you start to see that it becomes either an issue or you start to see how people aren't. You're not one of the people you thought you were, essentially, right? And so that leads into this next little bit of the topic, which is, did we understand racism like growing up? Did we understand what that was? I know for me personally, growing up, I don't think I understood it, but it was definitely there, right? Where things were said in households, and then I would sit in my mind and think, well, that doesn't sound right, but that's all you knew, and you didn't really understand it because you were a child, right? So by example would be just shit that they would show on the news, and then the assumptions would be that this person was black or that this person was, you know what I'm saying, a different, not a Hispanic person essentially, or not a white dude, or not, you know what I'm saying? And that was the assumption that I would see in a lot of households growing up, especially in the Latino community, right? Where there's always been that like strain within Latinos and blacks, because they stay trying to separate us, Keith. They stay trying to do
They
it.
do?
You know how it is. But like, I think I didn't understand it growing up, right? I didn't understand what they meant by that or what it was until but I knew something was wrong about it, and it wasn't until I got older that I started checking people for it, right? And then it started to really say something about it, because to me didn't make any sense, right? It could be anybody.
Yeah, right. That's what you think going up,
Right,
could be
you know what I'm
anybody.
saying? And now if you really look at it, there's like a lot of statistics for a lot of different things, right? Like it could be a different person of different race. It's just they don't show the way that the media works, right? It doesn't show everything, right? So I don't know. Did you understand racism growing up? Who wants to
I
go?
didn't understand it, but like you said, I saw it, and as I became an adult, I was like, oh, okay, so this is what's going on. I wouldn't say that I saw it in my household, due to like how I grew up, but I did see it in other households when we would go over to like people's homes, and someone would make a comment, and I'd just be there like, you do realize that you're sitting in the same table as a man who is Afro-Cuban. Like, he's still black, so shut the fuck up. But you know, I was like 12, 13, so what was I really going to say?
Yeah. You, Keith?
Uh,
I want to see what black people's perspectives of growing up, was that prevalent in your household, like racism? Because I'm sure it exists. Like, we're not gonna sit here and bullshit. Like, everybody's like, you know what I'm saying? Like in some households, stuff was said. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, just
obviously.
Stuff was said. Whether it'd be racist or a stereotype, that's a different conversation,
that's
right?
different. That's just two
Because
different things.
if you ask me if my parents are racist, I wouldn't say that they're racist. Are they stereotypical, and do they stereotype a lot? Probably.
But that's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everyone.
Yeah, that's everybody. So, does it make it right or wrong? I mean, I don't know. Did you see it?
Growing up, not so much.
Did
I
you
didn't see
understand it?
I didn't understand it as much. No, I didn't think about it too much. To be honest, it wasn't really taught to me. You know, racism is not taught really. You go by what your parents tell you. Like, they didn't really say much about it. Like, it's just kind of an understood thing. Does that make sense? Like,
No.
something that you understand. Like, it's always going to be harder to do things, maybe, or to get where you want. You got to work harder to do it. So that
Was it instilled as a race thing, or just as a person thing?
just as a person thing. It wasn't really a race thing.
Like, for us, it was always a person thing, right?
It's just a person thing. Yeah, that's
it
what
wasn't. It wasn't so much like you're brown, so you're gonna struggle.
Yeah, it wasn't.
So
It wasn't that. No,
You're always. You know what I'm saying? It was
more
always.
if you don't do it, then you won't get
Right,
it.
right. It was more so you're for me at least. It was more you got to work.
You got to work to get
what you want.
Yeah, to get what
and
you
get
want.
where you
it's
want.
not given to you. That's basically what it was.
So I don't know, and I think we could all. I don't know how you guys feel about that, so I'll speak for my damn self. But I think that's a part of the issue, right? Is that we're constantly, and even in Hispanic households, right? Because I have seen it in like black culture too, right? Because again, I do hang around with a lot of these people, right? I hang around with all types of folks. But in the black culture, I've seen it, and I've seen it in my own culture. People don't. We instill the idea of you're brown, so it's gonna be hard, and you're not gonna get what you want. Blah 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 blah.
And why did we
right?
do that? Yeah.
And then it's like, at that point, you're hindering somebody, right?
Yep.
Because now in the back of my mind, if I don't succeed, it was because I was brown.
Yes. You're automatically using that as
You
a
know what I'm
crutch.
saying? And
Yeah.
it's not always the
That's not always the case.
case, essentially, right? Sometimes you just didn't get it because you didn't work hard enough, right? Or you just didn't get it because you didn't get it.
Yeah, I think that you do also have to think, because there are cases where that does happen,
I agree.
where it's like you're working hard and you're working your ass off, but here comes this other person and it's just a privilege. So that is a reality, but I totally agree with you. Like,
Yeah,
I think that we need to stop telling young kids it's going to be hard because of who you, like, what you look
Right.
like. No, like,
Yes.
work as hard as you possibly can, and then if that's the issue, then yeah, you bring it up. But
Yeah.
that's not the first thing to think about, and I think that's why people love to use the race card.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
Yeah.
do too.
I mean, it happens everywhere, right? It happens with Latinos. It happens with black folk. It happens with
Everyone.
everyone, right? Every culture, every race and ethnicity has these things, right? Where it's like you are hindered because you're a minority, right? Or you're less than, right? And so then that idea gets instilled, and
they just
you
use-
feel
they
like that they owe you something, right?
Yeah,
And they don't owe you jack shit. I'm sorry, as hard as that is to believe, and as hard as that is to like
to say and
to like, it's the reality. They're not gonna owe you shit, and no matter.
And if you keep thinking they owe you something, you're not gonna get what you think.
You're never gonna
you
get out of
deserve,
it, bro.
so.
You're never gonna milk the government or whoever you think fucked you for whatever it is that you feel you're owed. You're never gonna do it. It's never gonna happen because they're always gonna fuck you at the end, whether it's one way or another, right?
Yeah.
You could be rich, still getting fucked. You could be poor, still getting fucked. You could be in the middle, still getting fucked. So it's gonna happen. I don't know. That's just how I feel. That was we went right into that.
Of course.
I didn't even mean to. So yeah, that was the next one was do we use racism as a crutch, as do folks and family members, and I have seen it in my in my family where people use that as a crutch. I've always tried not to. I have seen it and I have experienced racism, but
I've seen people use it as a crutch because they just didn't want to work though.
yeah,
Like they just didn't want to do it.
yeah,
They just felt like they was owed something. So
yep. Or it's
and then you work for it and they look at you funny like you did something wrong because you actually worked for it.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we teach people this and then expect for people to be genuine with you? Like they just gave you something because out of pity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do you want that? I mean, some people do, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I always go back to like how people like being lied to, or
People like being lied to.
I think so, or they like some false of sense, like a false sense of that, right? Or a false sense of, because it happens in a lot of other things, not just in race, right? It happens in relationships. It happens in all this other stuff, right? Where we don't want that real reality check, right? We don't want that truth, right? So we kind of lie, essentially, right? Because that's a lie. That's a lie.
Yes.
Right? So it's a good segue into our next topic, which is trust in relationships, right? So some of the bullet points that Keith has lined up for us here is, can you have complete trust in your partner? Can we?
Can we?
I'll trust you till you give me a reason not to. That's how I work.
So no.
So no, I mean, if you give me a reason, then no, I'm not gonna trust you.
That's what I'm saying. But it's complete trust.
Like ever,
So,
like you can trust them with anything if they ask you anything.
I don't think we're
I don't think you can
ever
completely
truly,
trust
yeah.
anybody, right?
There's always that percentage in the back of your brain that's
It's never
like, wait,
100%,
is
right?
this
I don't
really?
think so.
But I don't believe it's 100%. You can genuinely trust someone,
Yeah.
but you're always gonna be like, wait, this doesn't add up, and it might not be anything, but you're still being like, hold up, clear this up for me because it's not adding up. And then when they clear it up, it's like, okay.
And not even then, it's still in the back of your mind.
And then
Like, that's what I'm saying.
And then you go to bed and you're like, wait, were they saying the truth about that?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's always something, right? It's like a false sense of. I think we just like feeling security, right? I don't think it's so much. The mind is crazy when you think about it, essentially, right? When you think about it, because complete trust in somebody. I mean,
I don't think you trust anyone in general, whether it's a loved one, anyone. Like I don't trust that. I mean, I trust people, but not 100%.
man, yeah, you can't. Like you can't. It's impossible. You can hope and like believe it in your heart that they might. You know what I'm saying? But there's always that might, right?
Always.
There's always that might. Like me and Keith could have a falling out tomorrow, and everything I said to him, bang, right?
Yeah.
Like the trust is gone, so you can completely trust somebody. Doesn't prevent it, and I think we just have that false sense of that we want to believe that we trust people and that people are always real, but we lie about stupid shit sometimes. Right? Like we lie about dumb shit, even when we don't think it's that big of a lie. In our heads, it's not a lie, right?
Yeah.
Or in our heads, it's not this, or we convince ourselves that it's not that.
bad. Like-
but we do it all the time. I mean, I'm sure we've done it before, where you like, I don't know, let's say you completely trust Keith, and then one day you invite Keith to go out to eat, and then Keith's like, man, he's over here with his partner. He's like, man, I don't even feel like going. I I'm just gonna tell her that I'm a little busy tonight or something like that, right?
That happened to me once.
With who?
So
Me?
no, you always no.
Yeah, I say no or yes
You say
most of
no
the
or yes. You're right. You're not gonna bullshit it. But I think I mentioned this before. It was for my birthday. That guy that said yes, like I'll go to your birthday, and he was actually at the movies with his boyfriend. Mm-hmm. And he had said that he was working.
Dang.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I was like,
How did you know he was at the movies?
We have a mutual friend, and
That's how you get caught.
Yeah, and she was gonna post something on Snapchat, and then she sees that he posted something. She's like, "Hold up, something's not making sense. Like, why are you Snapchatting at work?" And when she clicked on it, they were at the movies.
Dang.
Yeah, and then she tells me then.
Dang.
I was like,
so she's a snitch.
I was like, okay, then whatever. So I was hurt.
Did you call the friend out, right?
And that was complete trust, right?
I didn't call him out that night. I know he texted me, I think for my actual
Did he
birthday.
say I'm sorry?
He didn't say I'm sorry at first. Actually, he was kind of making, when people make excuses just to be like, well, but this is what happened. And he just made it worse. I got out of work early. So I was like, boy, you got out of work early, meaning you could have made the dinner. Like you're so dumb. But I honestly let it go. I didn't care enough. I was
didn't
like,
care enough?
Yeah, I was like, whatever.
Trust is out the window at that point.
I was like, whatever. Not reliable.
So we do have some type of, but not complete trust in our partners,
it's
right?
different with every individual person, you know.
I think so too. I don't think we have complete trust. I mean, there's always that thought, right? When there's like somebody nice around, somebody look better than you, or you feel that looks better than you. And you're like, dang, man, what if, or they're giggling too much at the other shit, it's too much Laffy Daffy,
Like, what you laughing at?
Right, when you laughing, you know what I'm saying? Even now, like when I go to restaurants, I can't even talk to the waitress because I get in trouble for saying, how you doing, or how your day going?
Really?
Yeah, because
it's funny you say that. When I started dating Jade, when waiters come and they're just like, hi, I'm just like, hi, okay, can I have, because I'm hungry. Give me the food. But
okay, so I guess I'm not the fat one.
But Jade is the type of person that she's like, hi, how are you? Like she likes to. And so I didn't get jealous out of that. I was just like, wow. So I started to do that. And for some reason, she found that so like amazing. And she was just like, oh my God. And I was like, well, I'm going to do this more often. So I just started being like, hi, how are you?
Oh, extra now. Waiter's trying to leave and shit. Right. You holding me back. I got like 7 other people.
Yeah. We had, for my birthday lunch, we went to the Hampton Social, and there was this one.
She's moving. She's leaving you behind. You need to get up there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't put dust in my eyes.
Roadrunnered your ass.
No. So there was this waiter there, and he kept coming around, and I was just like, bro, okay, we're trying to eat. We were having a conversation. And he just kept talking to us and da-da-da. And he's like, so are you guys? He asked if we were sisters.
Oh, wow.
Like, where? Like we do not look alike. And
He was trying to get at one. That's
I know.
Why.
And then Jade was like, she's my girlfriend. And he was like,
oh. Oops.
Right. But that didn't stop him. He continued to talk to us. We were nice to him, but there was a point where we were literally eating and he was standing there.
Really? Just talking to us?
Nice.
Oh, that's
like,
really.
Bro. But I mean,
that's weird.
Yeah, I
He was trying to get into the action. He was like, all right. So they're already in. You just need one more to complete it.
I was just like, okay, so, but we just laughed. We thought it was funny. We were laughing about it.
Yeah, man, maybe he's one of those couples that picks people up. So
That's funny when a girl says she has a girlfriend that don't deter men from stopping.
sick.
I know.
Sick,
I think
sick,
that is so annoying. Like, if
Sick,
I were to
sick,
say
sick.
I have a boyfriend, they'd back up right away. But the minute it's like I have okay. Like, hello, it's the same.
Just a challenge at
level
that
of
point, right?
commitments. Man.
Yeah, Jade better start throwing bows or something. Yeah, I think I have the same problem when I go out to eat. I can't talk to nobody because I get in trouble. Long conversations with people. I just talk, and then the waiter would be sitting there talking and shit.
Remember how much you be?
I just talk a lot.
It's more generalities.
I talk to everybody, like
Yeah.
everybody, and I don't like people. I don't know.
He says he don't like people, but he
I
talks a
think
lot.
he likes people.
He just don't want to say.
He just likes to, or maybe he just likes to talk. Like, just let me talk and listen.
Right, you shut up. Let me talk.
That's why
Let's do a
that's why
impromptu podcast right now.
That's why you did a podcast.
And then I was like, let me get my friends to join me. But yeah, so complete trust, obviously, no, right? No. Is there anything you've never told your partner that you would, what does it say? Is there something you've never told your partner they would like or not like if they found out? I think we all keep shit from people.
Yeah.
Even like it could be like,
Again, smalls.
it could be it could be like negative. It could be like something really bad, or it could be something really like
good.
just something that you just don't tell them all the time because maybe it blows their heads up or something, you know. Or
Yeah, like, I mean, there's moments where you could even just get into an argument and there's just something that comes into your head and you're just like, I want to say this so bad. But then you're like, no.
go ahead, Claudia. What were we gonna?
I don't remember. But, you know, like,
yeah.
like, there's things that you want to say at least, and
I
then
gotta edit that out.
Yeah.
you should. So
I forgot we got some softies listening to this shit, man.
no, but there are times when you do have arguments and there's things that you want to say and you stop yourself from saying it. You know, and I'm, at least for me, I'm just like, is it worth it? Like, I'm feeling this way right now, but once all of this is over, am I still gonna feel this way?
But can it be reversed when you actually didn't say something you wish you had?
Oh, then in that case, I'd be like, hey, I want to mention something that I didn't.
You say it all the time? Like there's no point where you just held it in and didn't say it, but you
There's
wish you
certain
had
things
said
I've
it?
held in that I was like,
There's things that
Obviously, I'm just saying.
yeah, but if it's something that I'm like, I feel like I need to say, I'll say it. Okay. If I don't feel like I need to say them, I'll just keep it. Be like, okay,
no, there's things that I was like, I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, I'm all quiet type.
Yeah. Same thing. I'm just gonna not say anything, mostly because.
Oh, crap. Dang it.
Keith is gonna get a beating.
I know, man. Let's wrap this up.
We'll be back. Yeah, I have like there's things that I don't say. That's just something because it would do more damage than any good,
Yeah.
right? And then I think that's where the relationships get real, right? Because you definitely care for the person, right? Because if you didn't, then you would, you know what I'm saying?
You just say it.
You would just say it, right? You know, you just say some hurtful shit and
Not care.
move on with your life and not care, right? But obviously, there's things people hold back just because it would be the best thing to do for the relationship. So I don't know. You feel that way, Keith?
Mm-hmm. Same way you did. Yeah.
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 Huh. So, what else do we have? Have you ever lost trust in a person you trusted a lot?
Yes.
That's a good one. Yeah, damn. I feel like Claudia, every time she comes here, she bashes a new friend.
I know, right?
All her friends, I don't know.
Man, I got
Every
some
friend
It might be the
America,
same. It might be the same one. It might be the same friend.
Oh
Just
my
getting
God.
bing. You're beating the shit out this friend.
No,
I told you last.
I think that when I turned 25, I was just like, you know what? You're not worth being in my life. So I didn't cut people off. I just simply allowed myself to distance. Keep that distance. If you say hi, I'm gonna say hi, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to hang out with people anymore.
Yeah,
like
that
I
makes
learned
sense.
that, and I'm just like, it's not for what?
Yeah.
Like, I really learned who my true friends are.
Aww. I hope we're in there, Keith. I hope we
know.
made the cut.
Do you think we made
She's
it?
laughing a little too serious. She's like, so maybe we made it. I don't know, Keith. What do you think, man?
We might not.
We
I don't
made-
know. Did we make it?
Is this just a business choice?
Yeah, this is all business.
All business.
Nah. Again, Keith always shows up for me. Berto, when he can, you guys are cool. You guys are up there.
Here you go. Whatever. Well, like Keith, man, I love you, bro. Cause like, you guys are good. You guys show up whenever I need you to.
Yeah.
So have you lost trust in somebody
And someone
that you trusted a lot, and then you were like, "Fuck, you too." You didn't tell us. You kind of just said, "Yeah," and that was it.
Well,
Did you want to elaborate? Did you want to elaborate on a situation or what this person did that caused you not to trust them anymore?
Well, so
Spill the tea.
if you're listening to this, you know exactly who you are. So I was going. I remember.
Wish I had gunshots.
I had plans to go to New York.
Yeah.
And you guys might know who this is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I had plans to go to New York, and she backed up right on the last minute where we were about to like get everything, and I was so excited.
Damn. We all know you love New York.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, okay, fine, whatever. And that really hurt because I'm like, damn, like you're a good friend. I wouldn't have thought you'd leave it till then.
Like that.
And then just tell me over the phone, like not even try and like just over text, when you know how excited I was for this. So that was one of the things that I was just like.
See, I appreciate that about Claudia. She called me when she couldn't come to the Halloween thing. She was like,
you enjoy a phone call?
She called me and she was like, "Yo, listen, man, I got some bad news for you." I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "I ain't going to that shit. Some sick motherfuckers." I was like, "Bet." I can't force you.
Right, yeah.
But see, I appreciate that in people. You know what I'm saying? I can't go. You lost trust in somebody you really trusted. I'm going to swallow this microphone one day. I've bumped into it like twice already this episode and like 4 times in a row. You.
Like complete trust? Yeah, I lost trust in somebody. Yeah, sure. In people, yeah. I mean, I'm not.
Like a specific person, no? Any specific situation where there was somebody you really trusted and then they did something and you were like, "But I don't think I trust you as much as I thought I did."
Yeah. Sure, yes. You want me to elaborate though, right?
Yes, Keith, we're on a podcast, man. Elaborate for me.
Again, I probably told this already, but again, it was a situation where I was being accused of something I didn't do, and they didn't believe me.
So it was trust loss there.
Trust loss. Like, why don't you believe me over this other person?
Yeah. I feel you. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Who?
We can't say it. I already got enough. I have to bleep one thing already. I'm not gonna bleep 7 things on this podcast.
Yeah, it was weird though, but because in the end, the person turned out. He came back and I was not in the wrong, and he found that out. So,
do you apologize?
No.
Damn, you don't apologize?
He didn't. Why would I need?
I'm
to?
saying, do people to have people apologize? Would that be the right thing to do? Do you think? To apologize?
Sure.
Would that fix?
No, it wouldn't. But
I can't help you, Keith.
With my situation, 1, she did apologize when she saw me in person, and 2, we did end up going to New York like 2 years later. So she totally kind of made up for it, and I was like, okay.
This one's yours?
No.
These are both mine?
So that's all
that's all yours. But again, the relationship is fine now. So
good. But the trust isn't there.
Yeah, it's not like it was.
Or it's a little different.
It's different. There you go. It's different.
A little different. All right. I have lost the trust in people. There was actually the person that was in our so-called mafia mob.
Oh yeah. Okay.
This infamous mafia mob of guys.
Oh yeah, so dangerous.
Yeah, we have our meetings in the daytime. But just this group that our close little brotherhood thing we have, and who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We had to kick this person out, and we kind of did it unanimously.
I think I saw him at the store like a week or 2 ago.
Motherfuckers fear me, man. I'm telling you, people are scared of me.
I don't think he said anything. I think he recognized me. He didn't say anything.
I've had people shook twice in this group. Where they don't want to see me, and I'm not even attempting to do anything. Mm-hmm. I told you that person, it was a party at the house, and then somebody, I guess he must have thought that I was showing up, and they left.
Oh wow!
And then this other person that we weren't cool with, that we shall not mention names for, but he knows who I'm talking about. He probably doesn't mind that we talk about this. But I won't mention names. He was talking to somebody that I had dated, and then I was like, kind of like, "Yo, you dating this person?" And he was like, "Nah." kept lying until I finally accidentally caught them. And then I was like, you told me you wasn't talking to this person. Why are you lying? And then he couldn't explain it, so I just cut him off. And then when I was finally ready to put all that behind me and kind of rekindle the friendship, I saw this person at McDonald's and they tried to run off. And I was like, whoa, wait, like I'm not gonna do anything. Just I want to talk. That's all I want to do. I don't know. I have this reputation of wanting to, like, I'm gonna kill you or something. I just want to talk sometimes.
So with losing trust with you guys, for instance, like those the people that are now in your life, how is the trust now?
With the people that I talk to now, good.
Everything is back to normal, like the same. You
honestly, the trust in the little brotherhood we have is like stronger than anything in my life personally. Just because in that circle, we can talk about whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Without.
No, I was just wondering if, like, after they screw up, if you're able to be like, okay, I trust. Like,
Yeah. Well, I was, because the situation happened to me. Obviously, it didn't happen to everybody else.
No, that's why I'm asking.
But in that situation where this other person that we do know that we just kicked out, we all unanimously kind of just agreed. We didn't even talk about it.
Yeah,
we just knew that it was like cut off.
So the person didn't show up. It was
it was over money. So,
so it's not that much. It wasn't even that much.
It wasn't that much, but it was the basis of the way you went about handling the situation about this money. Right? Because we're not tripping over money, but
right.
So that was the thing. But yeah, in that circle, I think the trust is, to me, it's like easier to talk to the group of those guys than it is anybody in this world. Just because we've gone through a lot together. So, but yeah, I think we did good. Look at that.
Where we at?
We're actually under for once.
Really?
What
We're
is it?
54 minutes.
Oh wow.
Oh, cool.
So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I think that's good.
That's good.
I don't have anything else to say. This was a great one. This was actually pretty good. I was surprised at how good this turned out, Keith. Appreciate you, man.
Okay.
You're the best.
Yep, you too.
You're the best list maker I know. 9 times out of 10.
9 times out of 10, 90%. That's good.
So before we end this episode, I do want to say that we are on all streaming platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and we are on Anchor for your ass. And I forgot to mention that we are on YouTube. So go subscribe. And thank you guys for taking the time out today to do this shit early so we can go enjoy ourselves and not worry about the podcast. Listening and watching.
Name.
Yeah, I'll edit it out. Okay. Don't worry. Appreciate you being here. And that's it. That's all I got.
All right.
Alrighty.
Awesome. See you guys next week. Thank you.